first of all, let us read the presentation, which is above here. First, a market is a composition of systems, institutions, procedures, social relations, or infrastructures whereby parties engage in exchange. While parties may exchange goods and services by barter, most markets rely on sellers offering their goods or services to buyers in exchange for money. A market is anything that we ordinary people use in our everyday lives. This involves buying and selling of items, products, goods, and services. We, in the maritime profession, contribute a big role in the development of world economics and the world market itself. In economics, demand is the quantity of a good that consumers are willing and able to purchase at various prices during a given period of time. So in simple terms, demand is something that consumers or we, the ordinary people, wants. For example, phones, laptops, food, cars, houses, or even other people. In connection to economics, market demand describes the demand for a given product and who wants to purchase it. This is determined by how willing consumers are to spend at a certain price on a particular good or a service. As market demand increases, the price goes up as well. When the demand decreases, the price will go down as well. As simple as it was said, market demand is directly proportional to the price of a certain good or a service. Now, moving on to the next topic, which will be supply, which will be discussed by Maritime First Class Acosta.
Good morning everyone, I am Maritime First Class Acosta and now I am discussing about supply. First, I will define supply and then I will explain the law of supply, understanding supply, and the relation between supply and demand. Okay, we go first the definition of what is supply. Supply is the willingness and ability of producers to create goods and services to take them to market. Supply is a positively related to price given that at higher prices, there is an incentive to supply, whereas higher prices may generate increased revenue and profits. Second, supply is a fundamental economic concept that describes the total amount of a specific good or service that is available to consumers. Supply can relate to the amount available at a specific price or the amount available across a range of prices if displayed on a graph. Second, I will discuss the law of supply. The law of supply states that more of goodwill will be provided the higher its price. Less will be provided the lower its price. There is a direct relationship between price and quantity supply. Supply and demand trends from the basis of the modern economy. Each specific good or service will have its own supply and demand patterns based on price, utility, and personal preferences. If people demand a good and are willing to pay more for it, producers will add to the supply. As the supply increases, the price will fall given the same level of demand. Ideally, markets will reach a point of equilibrium, where the supply equals the demand for a given price point. At this point, consumer utility producers' profits are maximized. What is the relation between supply and demand? Supply refers to the amount of goods that are available. Demand refers to how many people want those goods. When supply of a product goes up, the price of a product will go down, and demand for the product can rise because it costs lost. At some point, too much of demand for the product will cause the supply to diminish.
Hello everyone, I am First Class Bahang, and I will be discussing about consumer behavior. Let us begin with these thoughts. How many times do you make decisions throughout the day? What decisions do you make when you shop in a supermarket? When you dine in a restaurant? When you visit in a barbershop? If you think about it, we as consumers make many buying decisions every day without giving them as much thought. These decisions, as insignificant as they might seem, keep marketers up at night because decoding the process behind customers. Decisions could help them boost their revenue. As an overview of this discussion, I will be talking about number 1, the definition of consumer behavior. 2, what are the factors which influence consumer behavior? Number 3, importance of consumer behavior. 4, collecting consumers' behavior data. So, let's proceed now to the first discussion. What is consumer behavior? Consumer behavior is the study of how people are making purchase decisions to satisfy their needs, wants, or desires, and how their emotional, mental, and behavioral responses influence the buying decision. To analyze consumer behavior, people are using concepts and ideas from various fields such as psychology, economics, biology, and chemistry. A study of consumer behavior will reveal what kind of consumers buy computers, would they buy for home and personal use for office, what features they look, and what benefits do they seek, including post-purchase service. How much are they willing to pay? How many of them are likely to buy? Are they waiting for the price to come down? Do they look for some free goods, offer, and etc.? Next, factors which influence consumer behavior. A large number of factors influence consumers' behavior. Number 1 factor is personal factors. A person's interests and opinions. This will be affected by demographics such as age, gender, culture, profession, background, and so on. Number 2 factor is the psychological factors. Everybody responds to a particular marketing campaign based on their perceptions and attitudes. A person's ability to comprehend information, their perception of their needs, their attitude will all play a part. Number 3, social factors. Peer groups from family and friends to social media influences. These factors also include social class, income, and educational level. Moving on, why is consumer behavior so important? Businesses invest a lot of time and resources in their products and services. Hence, it is an absolute essential that their offerings cater to their needs of their customers, or they will incur amount of losses. So, in order to make sure that these products as well as the brand is well accepted by the customers, it is important to first know what consumers want and are likely to buy. Lastly, collecting consumers' behavior data. As the motivations these influences consumers' behaviors are so wide, a research mix including a variety of data will be most robust. Some are most cost-effective than others. Number 1 are customers' review. Reading customers' review can highlight common problems or wishes. Q&A sites. These sites can give you an idea of the questions and concern that people have in relation to your brand, service, or product.
Finally, we have arrived at our conclusion. What is its importance in the maritime profession? So first of all, the importance of studying economics for us in the maritime field is because we need to have an understanding in how the shipping industry works and its effect on the global economy.
Importance of economy in maritime profession. We as future competent seafarers and as a cadet on board the ship, the importance of economy is that we have a big role in the shipping industry because we are the one who supply or transport the goods and services around the world. So it is a big importance to us.
So, consumer behavior analysis has emerged as an important tool to understand customers, especially maritime industry, since shipping plays a big role in the world economics. By looking to consumer psychology and forces behind consumer buying behavior, companies can craft new products, improve marketing campaigns, and increase profitability.
So that is the end of our video presentation. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. For more information, please follow